Bark Bark Woof Woof Happy Puppy here, and I'm here with yet another unboxing. Sorry my uploads have just been almost non-existent. It's a mixture of different things that are still continually going on. Now I also do apologize for the audio quality. Like, yeah, sure, I'm still using my snowball, but I'm using a different area than what I would normally have to. The normal place I would go to is right now currently under construction. So there is that. So for the foreseeable future, when it comes to these kind of videos where it's actually my live voice and it's not anything to do with gaming, the audio is going to be not as good as I would like. But that being said, I am happy that I finally got my hands on a tabletop starter kit from Final Fantasy XIV. It is their version of the TTRPG thing. I am really excited for this. I love TTRPGs and I love Final Fantasy XIV. So for them to actually come together and kind of marry like this, I love it. I genuinely do. Now, this is just a starter kit. I'm not sure what's all inside, other than probably some dice. But once I get the chance, I'm going to also pre-order their official rulebook. I want the physical copy, and if I can get a PDF copy of that, I will too, just because I like having both. One's more convenient to lug around than any other sort of thing. So, let's get started. And doink doink. Right now you can get this on the Final Fantasy Square Enix store, their online store, for, I want to say, I'm not sure which part of it is because I forgot to look that up before I started. But I got the receipt here. I'm just not going to show you. Well, I know what it looks like. I am doing this out of semi-real. Hey, ooh, bubble wrap. The whole thing's bubble wrapped. Let's scoot you out of the way. I'm not gonna be mean and pop bubble wrap next to the microphone. I like some ASMR, but not that kind of loud ASMR. So first look here. Oh, that's so cool. I really do. Yeah, there we go. More centered. I'm also trying to keep the light from above, so it's not as shiny. Or so it's not as glaring. Discover a realm of adventure reborn. Final Fantasy XIV tabletop role-playing game, or the FFXIV TTRPG for short. You know, just I'd stick with an FF TTRPG, but I understand there's more than one game. Oh, that's a Makote. Sorry, got distracted. It's a gateway into the magical world of Final Fantasy XIV, through which you and your friends can embark on exciting and memorable adventures. In this game, one player will act as your game master, the arbiter, and lead storyteller, while the rest of the group will act as adventurers. Together, you'll confront powerful foes, interact with a diverse cast of characters, and roll dice to create a story all of your own. As you explore the realm of Eorzea and beyond, remember that above all else, the point of the game is to have fun. That is very true. Like, focus. I love this artwork on here. I genuinely do. I could sit here and just kind of stare at it just because, to me, I find it so interesting. But that's beside the points. So I suppose that means I kind of don't want to open it. I'll be honest, I kind of don't. but I do want to play this with friends at one point. I know it's amazing. I do have friends, but I don't want to. I don't want to open this. It's just too cool. However, I have to know what's inside. Plastic. I'm trying to think how much. Does it actually say how much this box weighs? Because it doesn't feel that heavy to me. No, it doesn't. If I remember to, I'll make a post about that later, but I probably won't. Okay, box cover off. Hopefully. Come on, fingers, work with me. Ooh, ooh. So it looks like it is a D20 system. Well, I'm gonna scoot that out of there for right now. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so yeah, it looks like a standard D20. Now, is that? Yes, it is. Now that looks like, is that in place of the 20? I think it is. Alright, let's see if, I'll open this up here. See if I can do it without spilling ice everywhere, because I know my luck. We'll grab the blue because that's pretty. Alright, so I'm going to bring this closer here. Focus. Come on. There we go. So it looks like the symbol from A Realm Reborn, I think, has taken place of the 20 slot on the dice, and that's a cool little touch. This feels like your standard, you know. Do have a bit of bounce to them. This feel like standard plastic dice. We got a D6. It looks like it's mostly just D20s and D6s in here. Yeah, that's it. Well, I have to read a core rulebook to see how that system's going to work before I share it. Okay, next part. If I can get it. Oh, there's some chunk to this, as the kids say. I'm leaving. Okay, now that's cool. A map of Eorzea. Now, I think this is mostly just stuff, all the stuff from the Realm Reborn. But otherwise, this is a complete map. Isengard, no. Yeah. I love this little detail in here. I really do. I'm always a fan of maps. You put a map in front of me, I'm happy for a little while. I will be entertained. So, player book. Okay, so ooh. I just opened to a page. Some nice artwork in there right off the bat. This looks to be like a standard short form. Oh, no way. Okay, so they have standard table of contents, but this is the first thing that drew my eyes. Little comic down here that actually kind of explains a little bit, as if someone's actually playing this game at a table. This looks like chat from Endgame. Ooh. Character size. So this looks like not quite. I know the big thing right now. Well, unfortunately, Dungeons and Dragons / Wizard of the Coast has been ruined by Hasbro. So there's that to worry about. But this, I love this little baby chocobo chick. This is just looks like, you know, if you're a player. Well, this is the player's handbook, so a nice little guide. Gotta move that. Rule summary on the back. Ooh, Game Master's Guide. So I could actually learn how to play it. I love what they've done. There's the little details in there. Chocobos! I'm sorry, like the first thing is chocobos. We're seeing this. Gonna starter set, you'll need to intend. Do not read these pages if you can, as it contains. Okay, so this is its own self-written story part. I think it looks like. Canyons. Procession. This is okay. Starting playing basics. I'm just looking to see. Rest. $30. Okay. I don't want to give anything away. But it looks like they are not exactly. I think they are. I wonder if they running you through. As I said, I'm just speculating, so I don't want to be giving anything away. Again, I don't want to be giving too much away, but I like. Again, I'm probably going to order the actual rulebook when I get the chance. As much as I love starter sets like this, I like having the actual giant rulebook. Not only does it because it comes with more details, but it's also help giving a lot better idea for their system. Now, without really looking at it, and again, this is first glance for me, so I actually haven't read through their dice system. As I said, I see D20s and D6s in there, so I'm going to need to look through and see how they have that set up. It's still pretty cool. Is this equivalent of character sheets? Okay, so this must be like warrior strategy guide. So this is like the tips and tricks on this side. Phases. So this is, I think this is just like a run through of what role, what everything's playing. So for example, here you have the warrior, and I don't remember if warrior in Final Fantasy XIV. I normally always play Dragoon, so I know Dragoon's striker. I don't remember, or damage dealer. I don't remember what some of the other ones do. I know that we do have the white mage here, so I know that's more or less the healer. unless you're in the PvP, then they have a blood for the Blood Lotus there, freaking laser that will get you from halfway across the map if you're not careful. I do like that little right here. The design of these, I really like this. I mean, I love the fact that this is one of those things where, oh, you're playing a white mage. Here you go. I can just hand this to them. Ooh. I figured they'd be. Okay, so right here, Life Surge, I'm recognizing that from, oh, there's Bloodbath, from actual playing Final Fantasy XIV. So I'm feeling it's going to run the same way, where if you're playing a damage dealer, like Dragoon here, then you're still going to have someone else in the party whose primarily thing is going to be healing you, but also like in Final Fantasy XIV, your healer does damage too. Like, if you can't beat the enraged boss because, not everyone's throwing damage at it, that's a party problem. And also, the fact is, don't piss off your healers. You need them. I keep staying offensive when you're trying to abilities with lower MP cost of Blizzard. Also grants you Umbral Ice, which boosts your recovery. Manifested. Okay. Now, I never played Black Mage. I don't know what any of that means. I know Black Mage is supposed to be one of the hardest classes there. So I'm feeling is Warriors like their tank, Dragoons like their striker, followed by White Mage as the healer, and then I just said their name. The Black Mage is their magic, like their magic wizard sort of thing. Okay, so it looks like everybody just starts off at level 30, and you just get a sheet. I personally probably wouldn't be using these right off the bat like this. I would probably would be making copies. Colored copies. Rampart. Okay, yeah. So Warrior is their tank. That is their defensive. I did play. I think it was Warrior. Guy had a giant battle axe, so I think that might have been Warrior. For a little while, got like level to 25. No, like level 23, I think. I kind of forgot about it, but I actually really do. Oh, there's something on the back. So I think these are all ability cards. Yeah, so it looks like they give you more than one. Oh, no. These are levels. So this one's 30. So that's where you start. I think that's where everybody starts off at. And then they get to level 40. Glad I noticed that. I thought it was, oh, hey, maybe this gave me more than one. No, they kind of did. And this one's at level 50, and it looks like it possibly stops at level 50. Maybe if they do an expansion on this sort of thing. I think this is more or less just placeholder art. So if you actually wanted to like scan this in as a document, take out the picture, and then put something else in there, you probably could. But Pulse of Life. Oh, cool. So it even has your limit breaks in there too. Instant abilities with cast. I never played mage or white mage. I don't know what that means. Being a healer slightly terrifies me. Like, I should not be trusted with any sort of power. Ever. I am not I don't want that god complex that comes with sometimes being an healer. Yeah, and this one ends at 50 as well. Dragoon! You start at level 30. You can see my hands shaking a little bit. And that's because I've been kind of doing stuff all day. I think that's... No, then it moves on to Black Mage. Show you the Black Mage 1. So it doesn't look like their stats change as they level up. Oh no, they do, a little bit. So 30 and 40 are the same, but when you hit 50, I think everything looks like everything just goes up by 1. Yeah. Well, that's a little detail I noticed. And I think... Yes! And these are the maps. These are the terrain maps. Now, this looks like they've printed off to me. So I can recognize some of this. I think they might have printed off and put a grid onto some of the maps that are already held in game. Oh cool, that's nice. They gave you like a general purpose map too. I also like the title of this one. I don't know if you could read that. Easy for you. Kind of describes me a little bit. This looks like something out of Gridania. I'm like 90% sure this is rescue the elder, confronting the Magitech squad. Okay. Okay. Ooh, punch outs. Oh, okay, so this, if you have for your, looks like, yeah, you have your little punch out cards, your little punch out tokens, and then you would be able to use these as, like, this, all these are area of effect. That's cool. So if you wanted to like, do it, let's say you're playing a different gender, you could just flip this over and use that. Or if you know, playing someone who's like non-gendered or something along those lines. That's a nice little detail to me. Now, I'm not going to show you the next one because that's spoilerly. There's a lot of enemy, you know, oh, okay, so let's see if I can get this, just this in frame. There's your companions. Your chocobo companions. That looks just like, you know what, I'm not going to say it. And because I don't want to give anything away, you can't say it. But there is something very cool there. And more, what I'm assuming is attack placements. And that's what's in the box. That is really well done. I love this. I'm just kind of sad that most of my friends are scattered all over the United States. So maybe one of these days I could get together with them and we could actually play this. But I for sure do want to get the actual rulebook. God, I spent 25 minutes just yapping on about this. Wow. I love what they've done. If I remember to, I'll do like maybe like a follow-up video explaining a little bit about their system. Again, I saw D20 and I see six-sided dice. I've only ever played Dungeons and Dragons, unfortunately. So any chance I can get to learn a new system, I'm going to take. Not just because, Hasbro has ruined everything for everyone. That's what happens when mega corporations get involved and try to monetize your, imagination. Screw them. I don't mean to be this negative with this, but I'm sorry. It's just too obvious now. I knew once Hasbro bought Wizards of the Coast, it was just going to go downhill, and I was proven right time and time again. So, but yeah, I look forward to learning about this. Once I actually get the chance to do a little bit more, I'm hoping if I can get some people to play in person with me, I'd love to do like maybe try to stream a live version of this. Again, no, I don't want my face my face being on the camera. But that being said, I do have a little bit of good news. I'm also beginning to finally work on my furry mask a little bit. Little by little, I've gotten some of the pieces I want. So, I'm waiting on the mask itself. I went with a resin mask that I'm using as a base. I got some, I think, paints coming in. I have one piece of fabric already in. I'm using a red folder, which I'm pretty sure is going to be hold up a little bit better than using the red construction paper I was planning on. My only thing is with the red construction folder is it also, on the flip side, is a lighter shade, almost like a pink. I might use that side of it for the ears. But I'm excited. I'm still picking out the runes I'm going to put on this sucker. My intention is to have it be more like a... I wasn't going to intentionally go for the undead theme. Like, I wanted a whole furry outfit, but to get it the way I would like it, it would be very, very expensive. And I just can't afford it like that. But with this year, it being vacation themed, I'm going to do a partial suit. So I could kind of go on and on a little bit about this, but I'd rather not, just because this is already getting long. I suppose I can go for another minute just so I can, I don't want to say pad the run time, but kind of pad the run time. So I have some what looks to be clothes that you would normally wear out in the desert. So it's long sleeve, it's long pants, but they're very light. I think they're supposed to be made of cotton or something along those lines. So the only thing I need to worry about is gloves and boots. I thought about making my own boots, but I am not confident in my ability for that sort of thing. I'm probably going to have that order. I'm probably going to, pay for that. I do have something else happening for the channel, but I don't want to give in too many details yet. But I'm going to say I'm working with my favorite person still, at least when it comes to getting art, Julia. She's out in Germany. You've seen her artwork. They've been my thumbnails. It's been my banner. It's been my profile picture. So I greatly look forward to the little thing that we're going to have in progress soon. So there is that to look forward to. I'm going to see about trying to get more stuff posted on YouTube and on Twitch. But with how often and how much I have to work, I don't know. I'm not trying to put this into the background or anything, but it just, when you get home from a 9-hour work day, the last thing you think about, is I need to stream. It is, my first thought is I need shower and dinner. And maybe a nap. And that nap turns into, oh god, I slept. So, but I'm going to keep trying to get stuff put out. It's going to be sporadic for a while, but it's kind of so I've always been, as my uploads have always been like that. But I suppose that's it. So if you've been with me this long, thank you, and have yourself a very, well, it's nighttime by me, so have yourself a very lovely evening, or afternoon, or morning. Well, bark bark, woof woof, happy puppy, signing off.